K-Star just got exposed, not by some anonymous source or backbencher, but live on air by Nigel Farage in front of the entire nation. What was supposed to be a press conference where Starr aimed to reassert his grip on the immigration debate quickly spiraled into a political disaster. The man holding the match, none other than the leader of Reform UK. Let's not mince words. The Prime Minister is in full panic mode. Reform UK recently steamrolled Labour in the local elections, snatching seats from traditional Labour strongholds and shaking the political establishment to its core. Now, Starr is desperately trying to regain credibility, dropping Brexit slogans and suddenly acting like he cares about the border crisis, an issue he's largely ignored for years. In a speech dripping with desperation, Starr actually promised to take back control. Yes, those exact words. Despite being the same leader who once supported a second referendum to undo Brexit. The hypocrisy is staggering, but it got worse. Just hours before Starr's speech, Farage dropped a political bombshell. By 8 a.m., 250 young men were already crossing the channel, and then came the clincher. How many are Iranian terrorists? That question shattered the illusion of control Starr was trying to maintain. Here's the harsh reality. While Labour talks tough rhetoric, boats keep arriving, and the borders remain open. What was Starr's response? Denial, deflection, and a set of carefully rehearsed phrases with no substance? No net migration cap, no firm enforcement plan, and no honest answers, only vague promises that migration will fall significantly. This tired mantra has been repeated by every failed prime minister since 2010, yet net migration has skyrocketed from 321,000 in 2016 to nearly 396,000 last year. Think about that. The British people voted for less immigration, but got 3 times more. And now Starr expects applause for acknowledging what millions have known for years. Here's the real kicker. Starr admitted that the claim immigration drives economic growth is a myth. He said, and I quote, "We quadrupled net migration and growth didn't shift. It stayed stagnant." Translation: the whole argument that mass migration boosts the economy just collapsed. It took the rise of Reform UK and Farage's relentless pressure for Starr to finally admit it aloud. But don't be fooled by the sound bites. When pressed for real solutions, Starr dodged the critical questions. Will he set a migration cap? Or will he speed up deportations of illegal immigrants? No answer. Will he end automatic settlement after 5 years? Maybe. If they haven't made a lasting contribution, whatever that means. Let's be clear. Starr's immigration white paper isn't a plan. It's a PR stunt. A panic move in response to Reform UK lighting a fire under the establishment's feet. Even Reform's deputy leader Richard Tye called it out. Starr is listening and learning from Reform UK. But will he deliver? We all know the answer. No. Why? Because for years Starr fought against border enforcement. He wrote letters defending foreign criminals from deportation, campaigned against tougher immigration laws, and backed the EU's freedom of movement long after the Brexit referendum. Meanwhile, migrants poured in, public services buckled, and now Starr is scrambling to wear a new mask and pretend he cares. But the British public isn't buying it anymore. Reform UK is surging because they speak what others won't. This country has lost control of its borders. If we don't act now, it may be too late to reverse the tide. Here's what Farage understands and what Starr refuses to admit. A nation without borders is no nation at all. A government that fails to protect those borders loses all legitimacy. Empty slogans won't fix this crisis. Mimicking your opponent's rhetoric won't win back trust. And hiding behind polished speeches while ignoring harsh facts won't work. Now, today wasn't a turning point for Labour. It was a meltdown. Starr didn't take control. He lost it live on air. Farage didn't just call out Starr's lies. He held up a mirror to the entire political class, exposing them as out of touch, out of ideas, and out of time. More than 40 MPs, including members of Lammy's own party, are demanding answers. They accuse the Foreign Secretary of giving false assurances that arms exports to Israel were suspended amid the Gaza conflict, while a quiet flow of bombs, missiles, and other munitions continued unchecked. Back in September, Lammy told Parliament 30 arms export licenses were suspended, and what remains is purely defensive. He assured the public that Labour was committed to peace. But a report by multiple international organizations reveals that after the supposed suspension, the UK exported over 8,500 items classified as bombs, grenades, missiles, and more. That's thousands of potential weapons still approved and funded with taxpayer money, despite public claims to the contrary. Did Lammy mislead the Commons? If so, this isn't just a political slip. It's a serious breach of public trust demanding accountability. This isn't a fringe uprising. 43 MPs from Labour, Lib Dems, Greens, SNP, and Independents have signed an open letter calling for Lammy to face Parliament and explain. Former Shadow Chancellor John McDonnell bluntly said Lammy is accused of misleading MPs and must answer to them. This scandal isn't just about one man. It's about Labour's moral credibility. The party claims to champion human rights, but quietly approves deadly exports behind closed doors. When caught, they dodge, deflect, and hide behind bureaucratic jargon. This is a test of political integrity. And so far, Starr's Labour Party is failing. If Lammy has nothing to hide, why won't he appear in Parliament to answer these accusations? The public deserves answers.